mic on.
Yeah.
Do a clap. And just like that, we're bloody good to go again.
We're ready. We're back again for This Is Content
Good to
episode 45.
45.
Is we on?
Yep.
We've been away for a while.
7 weeks.
This isn't, because we've done this several times where it's like we're relaunching the podcast.
This isn't a relaunch.
This isn't a relaunch this
Not
time.
at all.
We've taken, because normally we've like fallen out or something,
Yeah.
or we're disillusioned with the podcast or whatever.
No, we're loving it still.
We're loving it still. Just technical faults have meant we weren't able to do the podcast for a while.
Yeah. 7 weeks.
Because we're a fan of people with sight,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah, it's a visual
rather
thing
than-
for us.
rather than-
we don't like the...
No, I like the blind people, but like
No, that does not represent the views of the...
what that we
For
like. I like them. No, I like them. I actively like them more in some ways.
Oh,
But
it is.
we like to do a video element to the podcast, and our camera's been broken for a while. Brand new camera. We spent £700 on it, was it?
I think it was more. I think it was about 8,
800,
yeah.
something like that. Very expensive
Yeah, it's
camera.
about 8 because we used our rent on it.
Probably massive. Yeah. A massive investment for a podcast that so far hasn't had a return, but you got to spend money to.
You got to spend money
no
to make money, and we keep spending.
We keep spending. Well, we haven't
God
spent
bless
enough
us.
yet. We spent a lot of money on the camera anyway,
Yeah.
and during some of the episodes we were filming, it was crashing and restarting and that.
Yeah.
And for me, that is evidence of a fault,
Off a fault, yeah.
of maybe some damage to it.
Yeah.
We both dropped it a
we
couple of
both
times.
dropped it a few times, yeah.
Yeah. I've knocked it into the wall. I think I dented the wall with that drop.
What I'm just going to do is pop this on silent, actually.
Yeah.
We're a bit out of practice, so I'm not...
Yeah, well, you were doing this when we were doing it regularly as well.
So, hang on. Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into our beef after.
Well, no, we were paid some extra insurance, so I sent the camera, to be prepared. I can't speak.
You sent the camera to be prepared. To be prepared to be repaired.
Well, that's what it basically was. In the end, they prepared to repair it. They did repair
They
it.
did prepare to repair
I
it for
sent
7
the camera
weeks.
away on, I think, fucking, what month were we? We're August. I
So
think,
the
I
last
think start of
episode, the last
July.
episode we uploaded was 2nd of July.
I think I sent it
And I
around
think you
there.
sent it not long after we did
Yeah.
that episode. I think you sent it on the Monday or Tuesday after.
Yeah, so I sent the camera away. Took them 3 weeks for them to get back to me and say, "Yeah, we're not going to fix it for you
We're not going to fix it. Why
because
not?
your insurance is for accidental damage, and this wasn't accidentally damaged." Another couple of weeks, camera comes back.
Oh, buzzing. We've got a camera back. We can do
we'll
a podcast.
do a podcast. Touchscreen on the camera's broke.
Oh, well, at least we can still use it. At least
No,
we can
you
still
can't
set it
use
up
the
and
camera
record it.
without using the touchscreen because that's
Oh,
how you
right, 'cause
operate all the menus.
It's just on what language do you want to select, and
Yeah.
you can't do anything because
So
the
we can't
touchscreen is
use the
fucking broke.
Exactly, yeah, we can't use the camera. So I had to send it away again. It's irritating, and that's why it's been so long. I feel like I've got a big,
Yeah.
big dick now. No, a big kind of
We're back.
grudge.
We're back on form.
big grudge against this camera insurance company or appliance insurance company because what they put me through, no one should be treated like that.
No one should be treated
No
like
one
that.
should be treated like
How
that.
long is that insurance? 2 years?
2 years.
Well-
7 weeks of it's used up.
Yeah, well, I can tell you now, on the last day of about 2 years, this camera's getting accidentally damaged.
Well, that's it. on
We
the
could
channel
have done
as
them
well.
on phones and such, but we thought we've invested in the kit, we've invested in a higher quality.
We want you to see us in 4K.
Yeah.
But then we don't because you're saying that and we've got like lighting and that. I was like, do your magic in the edit, Joe, so we don't look ugly. Because we hate how we look in this much detail.
Yeah, it
as
was a
well.
lot in 4K.
Speaking of
But we're back.
ugly,
Yeah, James May.
no, me. James May. Is James May considered
I don't
ugly?
know, it's the first name
I'd say
against
out of
me.
the 3 of them, Clarkson's probably considered.
Yeah,
not
he's-
that I'm against having to go at anyone's looks, as you.
But you think Clarkson's a munter?
No, I'm just saying if you're going to pick someone who's the
You got
ugly.
a special place in your heart for the hamster, don't you?
Well, I think he's a good looking lad. He's a bit small. But so I've got a story. It starts happy and ends sad for me. So I'm gigging in London. Actually, this sort of it starts unhappy in a way because so it's your birthday a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
August the 6th. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
And on that day, I've got a gig in London. How do you feel about that? Because you sort of pulled out all the stops for my birthday. You did a surprise party. Great gifts. All my friends here. Although I was thinking about this after, right? Yes, you did do that, but that wasn't on the day either.
No, but it was a weekend, weren't it?
Yeah, you did it on Saturday because my birthday was on
Whereas
Monday.
my birthday fell on a Friday.
Yeah.
So, like, you know. But at the time, when I found out you had a gig,
Yeah.
I was fuming.
So I had a gig because I was wanted to do. I did want to do something for Joe's birthday, but I had this gig booked in for a while. Joe's like, "Well, you knew all year round that that's when my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's the same date every year, and it's a good point." But
Yeah, and you just kept saying I've had it booked in for months.
well, my agent, I've got an agent now for comedy. He books
Well,
it.
I told you to fire
He
him.
looks when I'm free. He looks when I'm free on the calendar. And maybe I should have put in the calendar Joe's birthday.
Yeah,
but he just
maybe.
books it in, quickly sometimes. We had some cake. What do we give? Gave me some presents.
Give me some presents.
Got that Fitbit sense. We've all got Fitbits. So
Yeah.
Katie, my ride or die. Katie got what does ride or die mean? She got one of these Fitbit smartwatches.
Yeah.
And it sounded good. So I got one. Tracks your steps. I like the sleep. It tells you how well you slept.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a sleep score. I slept 86 out of 100 last night. Tells you breaks it down. Deep sleep. REM. Everybody has.
That's me in the corner.
So it's good. And I don't think I'm out of place in saying that you've been saying you want to get back into your fitness.
No, not at all. Not
Don't
at
think
all
I'm
out of place.
in
It's a little
saying
bit
that.
out of place.
Yeah.
No, I put on some pounds and I wanted to get
I
back
don't think
into
it's
it.
out of place for me to see you've been full of self-hatred for your lack of fitness recently.
Yeah, well, not just that either.
What?
Just full of self-hatred in general, not just for the lack of fitness.
Oh, right, okay. We'll get onto that. We've got
We've got a lot to fit into this 10-minute edited podcast.
So, yeah, got Joe a Fitbit Sense. Me and Katie went halves on it. Hopefully enjoyed it. I got him that mug that says, what does it say?
It says Total Legend, Diamond Geezer, and a proper top bloke, which is also like a genuinely great gift. It's a really good mug.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
It's quite a big mug, like in terms of how much fluid ounces it holds.
yeah,
I just do like the mug.
yeah. Take a nice sip.
Yeah, what you
I'm
doing?
in
You've got a
London.
sad story for us?
Yeah.
As
Well,
if
can
there
we
was
try and
anything-
make it happy at the end?
Okay, yeah. We'll just lie.
It's just the guy who's mean to me. All right, there we go. So
Oh, go with me, Come on, tell your story. Tell
right.
your
So
poxy
while
story.
you're doing that, I'm in London.
Yeah.
Having a time gallivanting. I've got a gig at the Comedy Pub in London.
Yeah.
It's my agent's venue. But it's a proper London sort of weekend gig.
Yeah.
And I've not done much sort of paid stand-up comedy in London before. Whatever, but I'm happy anyway. I have that. Go back to my friend's Alex's house where I'm staying. Have a couple of games of FIFA. Had a great weekend. Next day, get a coffee with Alex in the morning. I meet my friend Freya. She tells me she likes small men.
Yeah.
Then I'll go and watch football with Alex. And then I do the gig because I've got a gig the next day. I'm just on in the middle the next day. But do well again. I'm happy with myself. I had a great weekend in London. I'm oozing with confidence. I don't like sitting by people on the train, generally. But there's these three women. On the trains you'll have a table. The ladies were like, come sit here, Okay, but I didn't really want to. We got an iPhone charger. I get this iPhone charger out to lend to them. They start cheering. But we just start having banter. I'm having a great time with these ladies. Platonically. They've been on a hen do. Yeah,
They've had
they're a
a
bit
few.
rowdy. They're a bit excitable. One of them's texting their ex. And I'm like, don't do it, sister. Respect yourself
Yeah.
and all that. You know what? This is actually all right. On the train at the same time, there's a lot of football fans on there. And they were just being drunk and annoying. Mark, what you want to put a bet on that? PSG, May 2022. And then he comes over. There's some lovely looking ladies on this train. It's a bit of a weird thing to say. Yeah, the bad bit comes when I'm getting off the train. Well, no, when the girls are getting off the train, sorry. I was saying bye. It was like, we had, it was great. The guy who said there's some lovely looking ladies, he says to me, you trying to pull these? No, good, because they're all beautiful and you're an ugly bastard. Or So I go into the next carriage and I cry on the phone to Tom Dowling from Good Kids.
Did you get your iPhone charger back?
And I did get my iPhone charger back, and they left me their treats from M&S.
Oh yes, I ate their crisps.
Yeah.
Hey,
Especially if
sometimes the dickhead ruining your life is yourself.
you got any happy stories?
Good to get that off your chest.
It's a story, isn't it? We don't normally do stories.
It's a story, yeah.
We normally just do fragments.
Of our regular feature, Shot in the Dark.
Yeah, what's that?
What's
Shot in the Dark?
What is the fastest ever 100-meter time recorded by someone aged over 100 years old?
Ada, what? Is this actually going to be a regular feature?
If you want, yeah.
You've got more than just one card, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I just put one in.
It's got to be slow. I'm going to say 35 seconds.
No.
Is it faster?
It's
or
faster.
Faster, fucking hell. I know that's slow for 100 metres, but 100 years old. 25?
Close. 26.99. Set by Donald Pellman. He also holds Masters of Athletics world records in the long jump, high jump, discus, shot put, and javelin.
Masters, that's like old people world
Yeah,
records.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Okay.
You
Next
want
question.
more? Should we do the whole card?
Yeah.
How many litres of vodka does the average Russian drink per year?
20?
14. In which year was the last person in Britain convicted of witchcraft?
All right, I'm going to go quite late and say like 1890.
Later, 1944.
You fucking broke. We haven't talked about that. You dislocated your shoulder.
Oh yeah, I dislocated my shoulder.
How did you dislocate your shoulder, Jack?
I fell off a Voy, which
Voy?
if you're not in the Birmingham area is like an electric scooter that you can rent for sort of like a Boris bike, but scooters.
Yeah.
I fell off one. I hit the deck.
They seem dangerous, aren't they?
You know, my shoulder hit first, my face hit second.
Yeah.
I stood up. I had to put the scooter on
Do
its
you have any
stand.
damage to like cuts on your face or anything? Or like,
I had a little cut on my lip there, but you can't really tell because I'm on my
didn't
mustache.
knock your teeth or anything? Though.
No, luckily. I think my shoulder cushioned the blow. But I had to get up. I had to put the scooter on its stand and take a picture to end the ride. I'd been charged £1.40 for that privilege.
£1.40 to fall off a scooter and
then
dislocate
as I
your
stood
shoulder.
up and took a picture, I was like, my shoulder feels a bit funny.
And then you went back to Nancy's.
Yeah, so I messaged Nancy on WhatsApp because I was just around the corner from hers and I said, I think I dislocated my shoulder. I'm coming back to you. And then as I was walking, the adrenaline started to wear off and it started to really hurt.
Oh. And you got to go to A&E? You had to go to A&E?
Yeah, I tried to ring 111. I was on hold, so I was like, I'm just getting an Uber. So I got in an Uber, got to A&E, walked to the entrance. Nurse comes out and goes, what's up? I went, dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah.
And she went, can you go to that entrance down there? Made me walk another 100 metres. I was livid about that. And then I went in and I sat down for about an hour. And then
Just by yourself. Nancy's not there.
she sat for a bit, but then they made her leave because you're not allowed people in.
Oh, right. Is that because of COVID or is that just in general?
No, just because of COVID.
Okay, yeah.
And then I had my arm, I had it resting on my lap, and I just felt it go
Okay, now.
back into place.
How long were you waiting for before you got seen?
Before I got seen,
Yeah.
I was waiting another hour after that.
So 2 hours?
Yeah, until I got seen first, and then she was
Man,
like,
does it just wreck?
so it was really hurting when it was out of place. Once it slid back in, it wasn't hurting as much, but it was sort of sore.
Did you do any movement for it to slide back in? Or
No,
just
it slid back in itself. They said it was lucky that it slid back in, otherwise they would have had to like push it in, and that would really hurt.
Yeah.
But she was just like, yeah, it was definitely dislocated, but it's back in place now. Put me in a sling. I was waiting for about another 2-3 hours to go get x-rayed. And then I came back and he was like, I just need to talk to orthopedics or something to check that you're okay to go.
Yeah.
Got moved to another waiting room. I was waiting there for another hour or so. Got called in. He went, yeah, I'll just get you some cocodamol and you can go. I was waiting for another hour. I had to flag down on a nurse and be like, can you go get my cocodamol? I want to go home. I'd been there 8 hours at this point.
Fucking hell.
And then she came back a bit later, oh, my cocodamol. I went home. I came home.
On the Uber?
Got an Uber home, yeah.
Not a voy.
Not a boy.
You should avoid voys. That's the message of this bit.
Yeah, and I came home and my shoulder was in a sling.
Well,
A few days, I had a few weeks off work.
Yeah.
You got COVID?
I got COVID within that time.
Yeah. Did you?
PayPal me.
Bless you.
/ Eric Rushton 96.
Yeah.
What a fake? I know we don't have that song.
Yeah.
Anyway, tune in next Friday for more This Is Content.